Hello and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 8, Division 1, round number 5, here at the Circuit Ricardo Tormo Circuit, I said circuit twice, in Valencia. And it is wet conditions as it was for Division 2 earlier today. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. Now, I'm trying to remember, I don't think we've actually had a wet race on this game for Division 1. I might be wrong, but I don't remember there ever being a wet race. We've definitely had wet qualifying sessions. Let's cast your mind back to Indonesia, where there definitely was a wet session, and that was very, very close to quite a few number of people. But we have quite a stacked grid, and we've got a new rider in VMV DJ. I hope I pronounced that right. I assume he's French. Yeah, I mean VMV. And Jack Berman, the wet weather maestro, has crashed already. He was the wet man to beat in the wet in 21, and especially in Season 5 when you cast your minds back to Sepang, when he won his first ever race. Oh, he got pole position, can't remember if he won, he probably did win, but my memory doesn't go back that far. And there's Aaron Jacko doing a very Fabio-esque braking, trying to heat up the brakes. The two Prima Pramac riders of Finley and Nelson. Trying to find out, it's probably Platin, it was someone's down. It was the first on track, yeah. So the opening laps of these sessions is not going to be the fastest, but you just got to put banker in, as the track will dry up over time. The best lap times in Division 2 are like 36s, so I think we'll expect to 35, 34 in the last, if the guys don't mess up their final laps. Through turn 3, now on the gas, into turn 4. And VTL's gone down somewhere in the first sector. It looks like turn 4. Very strange place to crash down. Aaron Jacko's gone down at turn 13. And now we go down the straight into the left kink. This is where one of the easy crashing points is. There's many, because the amount of on the side braking you have. Braking on the side of the tyre is it's lethal in the dry, it's even more lethal in the wet. Crossing the sector 3 point now, and now we've got 3 more corners to go. Into turn 12, hit the white line there. Luckily in this game you can just about touch the white line and not go down, especially, and some curves as well. Ooh, he's running the curves as well. That's going to cost him about about a tenth or so. And into the final corner, heavy braking through the final corner, hard on the gas. Will he use the ride-out device to cancel out the wheelie? No, he doesn't. Up to the line, it's a 134.8. So that might be enough for pole position already. DJ across the line, and now Finley, they're all coming in now. Jack Berman, where are you? I can't find you. He comes to the lag master Joe. Filling a new helmet. Trying to see what that is. I don't know what that is. It's a very Rossi. I can see some Rossi stuff on there, so maybe it's trying to be like the Rossi Valencia helmet from 2003. Joe goes into second. Where does Jack go? Jack goes into fifth. Sire now on board the VR46 Mooney bike, and he's doing what he did in Motegi. Keeps restarting every single lap at the last corner. Maybe it's just his strategy. But Sai across the line and he goes 8th. Where's Howling? Howling is he's behind Aaron Jacko in track. Aaron, should he and Howling have not crashed on this lap, they will move into 7th and 8th at worst. And Platt's gone down at turn 11. Aaron goes 7th. Howling crosses the line and he goes 6th. Finley's improving on this lap. Joe's lagging in the gravel. at turn 3. So it'll be interesting to see what strategy these guys have. Like, whoa, and Finley's hit the curb and he's down. So easy to do. Well, yeah, see if some of them have put quite a bit of fuel in just to get some understanding, some feel for the tyres, and then go out or box, you know, do a lap box, because this is quite a short track, so you can get away with it. Bikes just lighting up on the rear, going sideways. Here comes the Lenovo Ducati. Is he boxing? I sense he's boxing. No, he's not. He's going to carry on all the way to the line. The bike's still twitching down the straight, and Jack goes into third, improving as expected. Here comes Sire into the final corner. He actually takes it normally this time. Hard acceleration out, up to the line. Where's this going to put the former champion? He goes into third place. And now Howling is approaching the complex. Aaron taking that corner a lot tighter than before. This will be another improvement, and he does use the ride-out device in his Suzuki GSX-RR. And Aaron moves up until he stays 9th. Howling moves up into 4th, just in front of Jack. And now VTR, after his failed opening lap, is now going to set his sights on the front row. It's very close from 7th to 3rd here, just under 0.3 of a second separating everyone. VTR getting a big twitch there on his sideways as well. Everyone's drifting through there, like you drift like you got no edge grip at all, so it's not surprising. But you got to just stay away from that inside curve, as we saw Finley do, and yeah, you literally fall off if you do so. Here comes VTO up to the line. Will he go into the front row? No, he doesn't. He misses out by 0.02 of a second. And there's DJ coming out the pits now on board the Aprilia. Now, Aprilia does notoriously apparently have a lack of rear grip, and the rear grip is something you definitely need in the wet. So I feel like he might be at a little bit of a disadvantage at this point, but you never know. And I believe Platt is just starting his second lap, as he's just held on to that lap. I thought he might get invalidated for going over the white line there. So the usual dry lap times are 25s. They might have done because I know you could do like low 25s on 21, so that makes me assume you can do a 24 on this game. So that would mean usually you go about 8. You usually go about in the wet. You probably could do 33, can't you? 32 maybe. Usually gain quite a lot. Through the kink again, over the curb. Swift change of direction. Set the bike up, and it's another red sector. There's always going to be red sector. Oh my god! Always at the curb, and the bike survived. You know, if he doesn't hit the curb like he did last time, it's going to give him more time than before. Bike's always going to be on the move. Is this going to be a 133? And Finley's improving as well. Finley could be on to move on up into the front row position. He's only got to find 2 attempts, and I think he'll do that naturally by the track conditions. To 34-2. Into the final corner for Finley. Here we go, up to the line. Where's the former Division 2 champ going to go? Into second place. But now the times are going to start to tumble. This is where the times start to tumble constantly. 5 minutes left, so everyone's going to get one more shot, depending on what their strategies are. But there's not many. You really, if you can start your lap at 0:01, you will have the best chance at taking pole position or getting the best position possible. So here comes Joe now round the penultimate corner, and into the final corner. Platt and Sire have made contact. I think Sire's out lap and Platt's in lap. And here comes Joe up to the line. Oh, Finley's gone down at turn 8. And Joe moves back into second place, maintaining a similar... Oh, couple of that was Platt going down, maintaining a similar gap to what he had to Platt on the first go around. DJ crossed the line and he remains in 9th place. He's got Aaron in front of him, so let's see what Aaron can do in this situation. Hopefully, Aaron's actually slower than DJ in this session currently, so hopefully DJ gets out the way if he is going to do an in-lap. Howling now, he's currently improving in sector 1. This will probably put him in 4th place or so. Hard on the brakes. Just taking a little bit of caution through there, just not the front. Probably the Honda's front end isn't the greatest of things anyway, so I'm not surprised he's not taking he's not going full no risk. At least it doesn't look like it. Might be feeling like it though. Oh, Sire's gone down, Joe's gone down, they're all crashing now. Trying to find the limits, pushing the limits. Around the final corner and up to the line. And he goes 4th. There's Aaron. Oh, Aaron's invalidated last time. Jack Berman for red sector 1. DJ coming up to the line. And he goes into 5th place. I go with Jack Berman. To the personal best sector 2. Into turn 8. Platt's crashed at the final up and up. He's done the Maverick Vinales possibly. When he crashed in the wet here in 2018, there were so many crashes here in 2018 when it was wet. There we go, on the brakes, into the chicane, don't hit the curb. Getting the bike sideways now. Nelson is just coming up to the line. Where's the Prima Pramac Ducati rider going to go? And he doesn't improve. Very strange, and Nelson's going to have to stay out there because he can't box. Jabbo across the line, and he goes into 3rd place. VTR now improving. Where's he going to go? He's currently in 8th. This looks like it could be a tight race here from 2nd to 8th or so. VTR goes into 5th place. Nothing really separating any of them. And Aaron's now improving very wide from the white line. He could probably go a bit wider. Take more corner speed, but he's doing okay. The bike's trying to go sideways and wobble everywhere. I'm not surprised, but the man who's probably in the prime position to do the best lap of the session is Platt. From where I can see his track position is, he's just going through turn 3, so when he crosses the line he'll have about 4 seconds or so to cross the line. Aaron crosses the line, he remains in last place. Nelson's gone down, and he looks like he might be in some trouble here. His qualifying position does not look to be good at all. Finley's improving in the 1st sector on his final go. There he comes Sire up to line. He'll have one more go, but he's got enough fuel and tyres. He moves into 7th place. VTR is improving once again. Great thing about these wet sessions, you're guaranteed to get constant improvement and changing your positions in the final moments of the session. And there's Jack Berman getting out of the way, cooling off his tyres possibly as well. Hope he does it at the curb, and that's forced him to go really wide. Yeah, that means he's going to have to use a bit less throttle because he has to get back onto the racing line. Now into the final corner, Aaron Jack has gone down. That's his session over. He will start in last place. VTR pick the bike up down the straight. Lots of wheel spin. The revs going off the charts. He crosses the line, and because of that mistake, he has not improved. He's got to go he's got one more go. It's it. Finley's really wide through turn 13 onto the brakes into the final corner. This could put him onto the front row of the grid. There's is that Howling? Yeah, no, it wasn't Howling. Yeah, it was Howling. Parked up at the final corner. He's out. Does Finley go into the front row? No, he does not. Here comes Joe. Currently 8 tenths down. Looking to close that gap, but I think he is definitely safe in second place. Everybody has not been able to improve their laps on their final goes round, apart from this man. Well, Finley did on his final go round, but here comes Joe up to the line. 4 tenths off, but I think that goalpost is about to be moved. No, it's not, because Platt's gone down because of, I think, traffic. He's probably braked that a little bit too hard. But Platt takes pole position ahead of Joe in second, Jack in third, Finley fourth, VTR fifth, Howling sixth, Sire seventh, DJ eighth, Finley, Nelson ninth, and Aaron in 10th. So the grid's really close between third and 8th, or 9th, because Nelson didn't really get a good lap time in. So 3rd to 9th, it's looking very, very close, and it could be anyone's race.
Good morning from Valencian.
The tyre choice probably can be quite open depending on your riding style and how you look after the tyres and all that kind of stuff. As Jax, okay. Cheers VTR for the heads up. So I've been saying DJ, but it's just Jax apparently. Coming laughing or something. Just waiting on Howling. Right, let's go. Platt be the favourite again, 4 tenths faster than Joe, so I think Joe's the only possible one who can beat him today. But Joe, unfortunately, is a bit of a lag master and is a notorious crasher as well. Well, not notorious, but he has had quite a few crashes this time, especially given last weekend at Motegi. And we are off. And some people are having some terrible starts there as we all head and file down into turn 1, and it's going to be Platt, I think, who's going to lead the whole grid into turn 1. Joe's in second. Joe has got to attack into turn 2. It's the only option he has. Here we go. Oh, there's been a crash. There's been VTR's gone down. And Jack's going to go over the inside of Joe, and that's going to stop. That's going to help Platt out as well. Here we go through turn 3 and down to turn 4. Joe retakes second place. And we got stuff going on in the background. We've got Jackson 4th, Finley in 5th, Nelson moving up into 6th. So God knows what happened to VTR. He crashed coming out of turn 1, which is a very strange place to crash. Now they all file through into turn 6. Oh, and Jack Berman's gone wide. Him and Jex are side by side down the straight, but Jack with the Ducati power stays in front. Finley's going to go round the outside of the Aprilia. Oh, but he sets him up. Oh, and Joe's gone wide as well, and that's going to allow Jack to maybe get through, but it doesn't. So Finley's not going to try and turn 9, that'd be pretty stupid. Now to turn 10 and 11. Because all these different ranges of lines, all tight, twisty lines. Oh, it's like, it's side by side between Sire and Nelson, when we've seen that before. On Ducati's here as well. Oh, God. Crashing back to season 6 and turn 1, that was chaos. That's going to go around the outside, he's going to be sandwiched between Sire and Nelson. Sire's going to go over the inside, and Nelson Sire's hit the grass. Oh my lord, what's going on here into the final corner? Oh, Finley's gone down. Now and someone else has gone down as well. And it's the two Prima Pramac riders have gone down. Sire now is going to move into third place, possibly side by side with the factory Ducati. GP21 versus GP22 on the brakes. It's going to be Sire who breaks the earliest, and Jackson completely ran on in the corner. Both of these have gone on the curb. Someone else, I think Howling's gone on the curb as well. Into turn 3, Jack closes the door, and Sire, he goes wide. Let's go down. Oh, Howling to move up. He hit Sire. Oh, and Jared's gone down. Oh my lord, and Sire's managed to stay on. And now we go on board with Howling, and Howling is, I think he's moved up into third place somehow. What manner of things have just happened through those last few corners? My word. Flat and Joe have got off lightly. So Platt leads with a 1.6 second gap in front of Howling and Jack and Sire. Jack's, after that big mistake into turn 1, is now into 6th, 1.4 seconds behind. The two Pramac Ducatis are 7th and 8th, with two Suzuki's 9th and 10th, and that is Sire who's gone off the track at turn 8, and that now allows the Aprilia of Jack to move into 5th place. Okay, can I have a chance to breathe, please? So, Jack now pressurising the Season 4 Division 2 champion through the chicane. And Sire now looking to move back up into the side of the top 5, and so is Finley. Finley starting to close the gap now as well. Through the final corner to go. It's not as chaotic as last time, thankfully for everyone. It's not 5 abreast into the corner. Sire in the slipstream. Ducati Power. He's going to close in. I don't think he's going to be in firing range for an overtake though. Or is he? Oh, he's hit the back of the Aprilia, but he's fine. And Jex is going to take the defensive line. He's going to brake later than the Ducati, and he's going to hold firm. And Sire's going to be careful here because he's been on the green quite a bit, even though that's something you don't usually do in the wet conditions. He's just got to be careful he doesn't get a long lap penalty, because it's not really something you want in the wet conditions. So we got a battle for third, we got a battle for fifth brewing up here. Platt and Joe are out in front. They've both got 2.5+ second leads to the guys behind each other. Jackson and Sire both going wide through turn 8, allowing Finley to close in, but they've just had to be able to get a bit of a better exit since they've been able to set the bike up a lot more and get more grip out of those Michelin wet tyres. And Sire goes up the inside of Jax through turn 11 and forces his way through. Classic turn 11 move there, Valencian. And now Finley looking to pass the Aprilia. Well, Sire's also got a long lap penalty, so that's something Sire's going to have to consider now. So Finley could be going from 7th to 5th. As soon as he passes Jax into the final corner to go. Oh, when Jax hits the green, and Finley's going to get a double dose of slipstream here. He pulls out the slipstream. Surely this is the move. Oh, there's a bit of lag there. Into turn 1, Finley's stronger on the brakes. He goes up the inside and he moves into 6th place. Does he hold the apex? Yes, he does. A perfect line. Didn't even run wide. Absolutely. Oh, that's VTR extremely wide into the first corner. Oh, Finley's a bit sideways as well. Nelson's now closing in on this battle as Finley's just holding off the Aprilia now as they go into turn 4. And now Jack is starting to close in on Howling. Oh, there's contact between Finley and Jack's here. Finley goes up the inside and he gets the door slammed in his face. And Nelson is taking a different approach to turn 6 than normal, and now into turn 5. Not turn 5, turn 8. Finley, oh, again, Jack just doesn't seem to have the same braking and entry speed that Finley's able to get here, and that's what's holding Finley up quite a lot. And Sire's going to take his long lap penalty. And these two move into 5th and 6th positions. Hard on the brakes. Into the chicane. Onto the left hand side of the tyre. The tyre screaming for mercy because the left hand side gets really punished. It only gets punished as the likes of Saxon Ring, but still it's so anti-clockwise. It's incredible. As Nelson inside there, you can see making contact. VTL's gone down again. Maybe on his own accord this time. God, where do you look for this? Is Finley going to go up the inside once again? No, he's not. Oh no, it's Nelson. It's Nelson and Saya going together to turn 1. We don't want that happening again. Both Finley and Jax have run extremely wide. But turn 1 and Finley goes up the inside of the Aprilia. Can he make it stick, or will Jax get the exit? He's going to try and force his way through this. Why is the two battles going on? Why is it so annoying? Side by side, Jax can't get through. Now he comes Saya up the inside of Nelson, holding the position as he took the outside for turns 2 and 3 into turn 4, change the direction he's through. Jax forces his way through on Finley there, and Finley's now going to go back up the inside of the Aprilia. He's going to hold it round the outside. Oh, and Nelson's gone down. I've got to say, why did you both have to be out at the same time? And he comes Finley up the inside. He's got the inside for turn 8. He's going to have much more entry speed. No, Jeff's going to try to run more entry speed. He's going to turn in front of Finley. Finley's getting held up here, and I'm sure he's going to be really annoyed, but Jax is doing a great job to hold on to 5th, and Nelson's gone down as well, and he's got a long lap to make it even worse for him. Flipping heck. So it's been 5 laps, probably the most chaotic race of the season. Here we go, onto the brakes, into turn 12, and then you quickly change for turn 13, and Finley's looking up the inside, surely priming up an overtake on the Aprilia, the RSGP, into the final corner possibly. Yes, there he is, he goes up the inside. Is he in front? No, he's not, he's held, Jax has held position. This battle's really allowing Jack and Howling to get away, as they will probably stop battling in some moments, depending on when Jack can finally attack Howling, as Jack keeps running, seems like he keeps running well at turn 1. Oh no, it's stage LV, here comes Jack's ran onto the... Finley's going to go round the outside, and he's going to make it work, but Jack is once again going up the inside of Finley and retake the position. And Finley's... Oh, Jack is going to hold off, he's going to push his way through, but Finley's got the inside, but then he's going to turn it underneath. Now Jax has passed Finley every time into turn 4. Finley's going to be wiser to it this time, he's not going to allow it to happen. If Finley can just stay ahead up to turn 8, I think he'll be safe. Because Jax is going to send up the inside into turn 6, he can't quite do, but Finley's wide. But Finley's going to get the good exit now, down the straight. Surely this is enough. Oh, but he's got on the curve, that's going to help him. Jax surely he's going to send it into turn 8, no he's not. Oh, he's got the inside line though, but Finley holds on. And I think Finley finally is able to relax. No, he's not. Jax has gone round the outside at turn 9. What a move from the Aprilia rider. Oh, but he's ran wide because he couldn't brake as hard because of how much speed he was taking compared to Finley. Now onto the brakes. Now Finley, surely he must have this in the bag now. And Saya's hit the curb. He's don't want to be doing that. But look at Saya. He's going to force his way through turn 13 into 6th position, but Jax is going to fight back. Oh, he's no, he hasn't broken himself. He's actually got it stopped perfectly there. I thought he was going to lose the front. But he's saved it, and he's done a great job managing the brake pressure. Now we go down the straight. Now Finley's got Saya to deal with possibly. Down the straight into turn 1. Oh no, Saya. Oh no, Finley's not going to get a long lap, is he? No, he hasn't. Thank goodness. Right, here we go into turn 1 again. Oh, and the pair of them have gone wide. This will give Jax a chance to fight back, but Finley can't. Jax can't quite find a way on Saya, but maybe he can through this section. Have to keep changing to helicopter view because the camera at turn 3 and 4 is a bit bad, unfortunately. Now we go through turn 4. Jax going to go up the inside. We can't quite do it now to turn 5, and Nelson's having an absolute disaster, having a crash fest through turn 5. Now coming up to turn 6. Jax, can he find a way through on the inside? Yes, he can, because Saya's ran wide. Big mistake there from the season 6 champion. He's going to get this drive, the slipstream. He's going to go up the inside into turn 7 onto the grass. Oh, he's going to the back of this Aprilia again. Jax is proving to be one difficult man to pass. Change direction through turn 11. Can he turn it underneath? Yes, look at this. He's going to go up the inside. I'm accidentally on the wrong tab. And Jax is going to hold on to position side by side once again into turn 12, hard on the brakes. It's not really a passing place, but Saya's going to make it a passing place. He's ran wide. Now Jax is going to go round the outside through turn 13, but Saya's got the inside line, but Jax is going to be able to turn underneath because he took a wider entry. Jax is going to go over the inside of the Malaysian, but Saya's going to turn it back underneath. He's going to go on the grass part, and that's going to really slow his exit speed, and Jax gets 6th place back, but Saya's got the straight line speed of the Ducati and retakes the place down the straight. But now Jax is going to fight back into turn 1 immediately. No, he's not. And can Saya hold on? Is he going to run wide like so many have before? No, he's going to do the line perfectly, but now into turn 2, hard on the brakes. And Saya holds firm, but Jex has got so much, he's got so much corner speed that really just turns. It's incredible. But I think Saya might be able to just hold on to this now. Through turn 4, Jex is closing in though. Saya, if it's always his eyes wide though, Saya's really wide. Jex has got to be careful if he doesn't get a long lap. One more warning for him, and he's taking the long lap loop. And now hard on the brakes into turn 6. Saya doesn't make a mistake this time, and he holds on to position down the straight once again, down the back straight. Past all the fans on the grandstand as this all connects round from turn 1 to 13, turn to 14. Really incredible grandstand, I have to say. Oh, but Saya's wide of the front, bobbling a lot. Lots of pumping through the front forks, but he's managed to hold it together. As we now get a chance to look back. Oh, but no, we don't get a chance. Saya's once again made a mistake and let Jex back through, but Saya's been able to get the exit, and he's back in front. Jex going to send it into turn 12. Saya's going to have to give him the space, and now Jex is going to try and get the run through turn 13, but he's had to sit the bike up because he's going to hit the curb into the final corner. I think Jex is going to have to really be on the limit to try and pull off a pass here. Unable to do so, and Jex is sort of handcuffed now because he can't take the same risks as before, because he will get a long lap if he exceeds any more track limits. Howling's been able to pull out a 1 second lead over Jack Berman here, so good stuff from the Dutch rider. If he could stay on, he returns up, but Saya's ran wide again. Saya's not running wide, man. To be fair to him, he hasn't crashed yet, so maybe this is his arc of redemption to not crash. He didn't crash at all during the Motegi race. It's the only race we hasn't crashed at all, actually, twice. So here we go through turn 5. Can Jex find a way through? The bike's just always constantly moving. I don't know what's going on in the chat. 30 people are chatting, 30 comments to be made in this race, so I can't be watching this due to all the action, but keep commenting. As Aaron's gone down as well, so Aaron and Nelson have a massive stinker right now. Oh, and Saya's wide. Jex is going to be able to get. Will he be able to get through on the inside? They're going to be side by side through the chicane, and Saya's just going to hold off the Aprilia. But can Jex? Will Saya run wide again? Yes, he will. Jex is going to go underneath. He's going to turn it underneath the VR46 Mooney's bag. But Saya's going to do what he did the previous lap, and he's going to turn it back underneath. He's going to cut the Aprilia's nose off, and he's going to retake 6th place. But he's going to hit the curb. He's not be doing that. He's down. I said he hasn't crashed all race, and I've kind of jinxed him there. I've done what I've done a Josh. What Josh would be? If I was Josh, you'd be shouting in my ear for calling. Well, I never actually say Josh is going to crash. I just say his name and he crashes. But right, here we go. Howling versus Jack Berman. Who is going to be the winner of this battle for the final spot of the podium? 5 laps. These guys have got their tyres will be shredded at this point. The tyres will be starting to overheat. The track's virtually becoming dry. All the dry lines are starting to emerge. You'll be getting better grip, but you have less. It's a really sticky situation because you lose the groove in the tyres. But the problem is the tyres are so soft that the overheat could really overheat. So you still have no grip, but you have more grip. It's a really strange situation. Conditions are better, but the tyres are worse. But they're better, but they're worse. So many mistakes can be made. Through turn 6, all Jack's ran a bit wide. Howling, I feel like he's just, from what I can tell, he's just doing. Maybe Jack's got just a tiny bit more pace than him, but Howling's just been the more consistent one. He's not making any mistakes. He's riding to what he knows the bike and himself are capable of, and I think it's working so far. As he's only got four laps and now 3 corners to go before he can lift up a podium trophy for I think the first time this season. Change of direction. I won't be surprised if Howling is sideways through this section. Oh, but Jack getting on the curb there again. You don't want to be doing that. Right, we go final corner. You can see the grooves starting to tear up, and if the grooves start to iron out, that's when you can get more grip. But the rubber's so soft that it just melts. So it's a really difficult situation for these guys, but they're used to it. Feeling there could be flag to flag races. This race would be even more interesting. Hard on the gas out of turn 2 into turn 3. and then change direction for 4. Through turn 6. Platt's already approaching the final sector. Seems like he's had a trouble-free race in every sense of the word. Finley's gone down. Finley has gone down. He's crashed at turn 8. And now that gives Jax 5th place. But Jax has got to take a long lap. He's got to take his long lap. So we're going to watch him do... Oh, the Aprilia getting absolutely sideways. He's got to take his long lap. And now that's going to... Is he going to get in front of Finley? Yes, just about. The Aprilia, the Frenchman, just holds on to 5th place. It's now another freeway scrap for 5th place. But this time it's Jax, Finley, and now VTR. Oh, and Sire's gone down again in the same place. I'm presuming he's done the exact same crash at the curb at turn 12, and the bike's unsettled and gone down. Here we go, down the straight. Finley in the slipstream. VTR choosing not to take slipstream, so I think he's preferring to take his usual braking marker, not take the risk of being in slipstream, picking the right braking point. Checks into turn 1. Finley's going to try to underneath. He hits the back of the RSGP, and thankfully none of them go down. Now into turn 2 once again. Finley must be getting frustrated. He's having deja vu. He's going to go round the outside of the RSGP, but I don't think that's going to quite work. Or is it? Oh god, why have I not done this camera? So Finley's in that situation where he got to it. Oh, he's forcing his way through. No, he's down. He's down in VTR's. He's hit the bike, but he stayed on. I don't believe it. He's hit the bike, but he stayed on. Jax went off the track, and oh man, Finley going for a very audacious move at turn 4. You don't usually see people crash there unless you can really commit, and unfortunately the contact brought him down. And VTR having an absolute miracle here. His touch has joined the party. I'm not sure if he's here or not, but he's not racing, but he might be able to join me in commentary. If not, I'm not sure. But Jax now, he's got another guy to fight with. He's fought with Finley, he's fought with VTR, with Sire. Now he's got VTR to contend with. VTR crashing at the opening lap, crashing at some other point in this race, and now he's in the fight for 5th, or maybe he didn't crash. I can't remember. I don't think he's crashed since that crash. But he's in 6th in the hunt for top 5. I don't think he would have thought that would be possible. Coming into turn 2 on lap 1. Into the final corner. Can VTR find a way through? No, he can't. Actually, no, he did crash twice because Finley's crashed once before. And here we go down the straight, side by side into turn 1. Who's going to win out between the Suzuki and the Aprilia? And it's going to be still side by side. And it's going to be Jax who holds on. He's going to hit the curve. He's going to get a really bad exit. As you can see, that there's so much lying water, no grip on the paint, that he just spun up and lost all kinds of drive. And VTR moves into 5th place. But can he hold on? Because this is where Jax usually fights back. He takes a really wide line here, cuts back for turn 4, and sends it into turn 5. But he's just not quite able to do so. The bike moving all over the place. And Platt has gone down. Platt's gone down at turn 11, but he's got such a gap it doesn't even matter. Oh, Jax got on the grass and he's down as well. Jax has gone down. Where is Finley? Can Finley move back up into 6th place? He does. Oh, VTR's wide as well. VTR, just stay on the bike, fella, and you'll be inside the top 5. Jack Berman, he's right back. Oh, no, Finley's gone down. Finley's gone down. Oh, Jax has gone down as well. Finley's crashing at the same place. Christ, what a chaotic race this is turning out to be. Platt and Joe. Well, Platt started the final lap of the race. Joe is just crossing the line now. Now, Howling, he's in this situation now. He's rode perfect all race. He's just going to not ride tyres. He's just going to ride. Jack's not in a current position to full on attack. He's just going to ride normal, not ride too defensive. Ride his own lines, and he should be able to hold on. But it's easier said than done. Through turn 1. All Jack's ran wide. He's ran onto the green paint to avoid having the spinning on the curb. Into turn 2. Oh, Howling taking a wider line to avoid hitting the inside curb. But you see the Honda's got no rear grip anymore. The tyre's absolutely finished. Into turn 4. He's just hoping that this RC 2-1 3V. Can hold on. Just hold on for just a few more corners now. 8, sorry, I can't count. 9 now, 8 more corners to go for the Dutchman. As Aaron and Sire now, Finley and it's an absolute scrap here for that final place on the grid. There's so many scraps going on, and Jax goes up the inside. Oh my God, Jax goes up the inside of Finley to turn 4. Howling's gone down. Howling's gone down at what is it? Turn 8. And oh, flipping heck, why is there so many things going on? Into turn 4 for Sire. Nelson's going to go on the inside of Sire, and he forces in wide, getting his vengeance back for season 6. Platt is going to come across the line to win the race. He's running in style, flag to flag style. Finley and Jax fine once again. Aaron's going to try and find his way through on Sire, but he's hit the grass. Now down the straight, Sire's going to send it up the inside into turn 8. And Jax is going to, VTL's gone wide. Finley can't quite pass Jax. Sire can't quite find his way past Nelson. Who's going to win this battle? Jack's going to cross the line and to take 3rd place. Howling will be absolutely kicking himself. This is going to be a crucial point. This is a crucial. Howling crossed the line in 4th. Nelson moves into 8th. Sire's now into 9th. No, he's into 8th. Finley's got to attack Chase. He's got to be just be in front. He forces his way through, and he's moving into 6th place. And it's Nelson. It's Sire. Why couldn't the guys finish? Right. So it's I know what the order's going to be. So I'll be able to remember that. So, oh, what a race, man! Platt wins the race in style ahead of Joe in 2nd. Those two had they had a really quiet race compared to everyone else. Jack, after the Howling crash, finished in 3rd. Howling will be so annoyed with himself, but he finishes 4th. VTR was the final one to cross the line in 5th. Finley just beat Jax out the final corner to finish in 6th. Jax was 7th. Sire would be 8th, ahead of Aaron in 9th, and Nelson, who had a penalty, will be 10th. So, flipping out, that was a really tough race, that. Right, so we'll move on to the podium interviews. Right, so in 3rd place we have Jack Berman. I don't know if Joe will be joining. So Jack, so much going on in that race. I think, so there was a really chaotic start where VTR went down. Then there was also the 5-6 bike entry into the final corner and opening lap. Then you spent the entire time watching Howling, and then for you, luckily for you, he went down, which meant you didn't have to put an effort in to try and pass him, and you claim another podium in a wet race. I'm not sure how many podiums it's been this season, but I think it's I think it's probably your 3rd. How has this race been for you?
Oh, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's such a difficult race. I managed to put in a really good qualifying lap, so I can manage to get a good start. I was still in P3, but I made so many mistakes on the first 2 laps, which meant like everyone behind could catch up to me. So they started battling behind me, so I just tried to stay with Howling. I did for the whole race. I think it was on about lap 5 or 6. I done probably my best save that I've ever done in this game on turn 1, but because I was behind Howland for the whole race, I knew where I was strong and where he wasn't, so I was lining it up, and then in the last 2 laps I was pushing a bit harder to see if I can catch him, but unfortunately he crashed on the exit of turn 8. I don't know what happened, I didn't touch him, I was nowhere near him, but another podium, and I'm happy because Yeah.
Yeah, congratulations. The way you won the championship, but a good result for the Ducati Lenovo factory team.
Yeah. Cheers.
So Joseph is not here, so we'll go with the race winner. It's 5 for 5 for Platt. You had I found a very strange start with the bike. Your bike went, it wasn't as bad as Sire's. Sire's went completely vertical, but yours went a little bit up in the air. But then you go into turn one. No one was able to, Joe or Jack weren't able to pass you into turn two, and then you just set about with your pace. You made one mistake, turn 11 on lap 13. Apart from that, perfect race, and you extend your championship lead to a very big amount, so you must be happy.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result. Unfortunately, my mistake was made when I was trying to go for another fastest lap. I kind of just wanted to see what I could do. So the mistake came when I was pushing a bit over the limit. Obviously I wouldn't do that if I wasn't needing to push, or but yeah, it just felt like it, and to be honest it was a clean race for me. It was almost perfect other than that mistake, and yes, also good from Joe as well, second position on the podium. That's going to be a good result for him, and he's going to be happy about that. Obviously I know he's been having issues with crashes, so a result like this is going to help him a lot and give him confidence in the future. And congratulations to Jack on the third position.
Yeah, well done. So that is it for round number 5. We'll be back in round 6. I don't know actually, because next week. Got a brain melt then. So you got next week, and then after you got Christmas and New Year's. New Year's we might be able to race, but Christmas definitely not, unless we decide to race on Christmas, which I find to be quite strange. But anyway, we'll see you in round 6 next week. Goodbye.